Yo, yo, it's your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. I'm here on my YouTube channel, Twitter channel, Twitch channel, Facebook page. And it's been a while since I actually did one of these shows. It's been a while. And I feel like I'm a little bit rusty because I've been doing so many gigs lately. Want to give a great shout out to my girl Brandy and Buzzer Beater basketball. Really being taking great care of me. Love her event, love her tournament. If you're definitely a fan and you are interested, you have a team that's out there looking for a tournament, I definitely suggest you hit up Buzzer Beater. Go to the Instagram page, it's Buzzer Beater Basketball. You definitely find all the information. Definitely join some of the tournament. Go put your team in it. They get walk out with rings, literally rings, and those are nice rings. And if your player hit a Buzzer Beater, they win a pair of shoes at certain events. I'm not sure it's at all events, but most events they win a pair of shoes, a pair of Nikes. So it could be LeBrons, it could be Jordans, whatever you want. Hey, you could do it. So definitely make sure you go follow on Instagram. That's Buzzer Beater Basketball, and also Basketball Medicine. Those are two Instagram pages she have out there. Definitely check out. Definitely support her. She doing the bid. She's all about the kids. I love working with her. Everything about her. Everything about her events. I love it, and I'm glad to be partnered up with her doing more events going forward. So today is a special show, y'all. As y'all have been watching, we've been watching the NBA playoffs. I really haven't had a chance to actually sit down and do a show on it because your boy DT has been busy, been booked and busy, booked and busy, booked and busy, booked and busy. Yes, I have. I hit the wrong intro button, but yeah, I've been booked and busy, so I'm appreciated on that. So we finally at the conference final for both Eastern and Western. Um, you know, your boy's a Milwaukee Bucks fan. Y'all know how I've been. If you follow me on Twitter, that's BTUN filter UNFIL 24/7. You follow my Twitter page, you'll see it. I have had said a lot, and I didn't even do a show on Coach Bud being firing, but I was very, very, very excited about that. I've been saying that for years. If you follow me on Twitter, you know anything about me. I have not been a Coach Bud fan since 2019. I never thought he was a good coach. I think he's very overrated. Very overrated. Not a great coach. He makes no adjustments. He believes in live by the three, die by the three. And we're Bucks are not a great 3-point shooting team in the top 10 in the league. And all we did kept shooting threes and threes and threes. And he never made no adjustments. He just ran off what Giannis could do. I mean, you have Giannis, you're going to win a lot of games. And I felt like he's not a strategize. He don't strategize. He doesn't do anything. And I feel like he's one of them kind of coaches that believes in nothing but yes people around him. And having a bunch of yes people around you is not going to get you a championship. Which they did get a championship, but I tell everybody they did not get a championship because of Coach Bud. They got the championship because of Darren Ham, because he's a great defensive minded coach, and we won off defense. If everybody watched that season, watched that playoff series, it was our defense that helped us, and he was our defensive coach. So it came from him. Everybody want to give credit to Bud. Yeah, Bud was the head of the snake, but he wasn't the one who helped us win because we almost lost against Brooklyn. We almost lost against the Hawks. We was down 0-2 against the Phoenix Suns. We battled back. We won. Won 4 games in a row. That's because of our defense. It had nothing to do with Coach Bud. He got a lot of credit for it. It saved his job. But unfortunately, this year, getting eliminated in the first round by the number 8 seed and your number 1 seed, you got the boot and you deserve it. And I'm so happy. I'm just hoping we pick a right coach because I know Doc Rivers is about to be out the door. I really believe he's about to be out the door. And please do not tell me the Bucks are about to gonna pick up Doc Rivers. Because we pick up Doc Rivers, we may have kept Coach Bud because Doc Rivers is one of the most overrated coaches in NBA right now. The man has not made out the second round. Last time he won, he made a second round, if I'm not mistaken, with the Boston Celtics. That was back. That was back. Most of y'all who I coach in basketball probably wasn't even born. That was back. I don't know. It was that far back. 2008, 2009. Ever since then, he hasn't made out the second round. He's not a good coach. He's overrated. Everybody hype him up. I had a friend tell me been on my show that he's one of the best coaches in the NBA. I judge your credibility on coaches. I really do. I don't just be. I ain't gonna give you credit just because you're a black coach. It has nothing to do with that. I think a lot of time people look at it because it's a black coach or because of what he did or because he played the game of basketball. I don't mean nothing. And then I put like this with Boston Celtics. You have Paul Pierce, you have Ray Allen, you have Rondo, you have Kevin Garnett. You're going to win a championship. That's just like having LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. You're going to win championship. You got three of the best, but we go. Eric Spoelstra is a good coach, but you got some of the top players. You got 4 Hall of Famers that played with Boston at that time. They were destined to win a championship. So he won a ring. They deserve it. Him as being a coach, an asterisk mark. Just like everybody said, a bubble, because I don't give him credit. That's just it. So please, Bucks, him as an organization, please do not go after him, Mike D'Antoni. I'm good. No, Mike D'Antoni, him, neither one. But Mike D'Antoni, all he do is worry about offense. If we ain't got a strong defensive coach, we're not going to do much. There's a lot of good coaches. I like Monty Williams, great coach. He just lost his job with Phoenix, but I'd take him there. Nick Nurse is definitely one of my top candidates. I would love to have Nick Nurse. I think he's a great coach. He killed us every time. His defensive minded coach. He'd be great with us. I like Mark Jackson. I see a lot of people didn't like the fact Mark Jackson got interviewed. I like Mark Jackson. I like the way he thinks. It's a couple other coaches. It's a few coaches out here, but I'm more of a Nick Nurse. I like Tyronn Lue. If he leaves the Clippers, I definitely want us to go to Ty Lue. Ty Lue's a great coach. I like Ty Lue. I'd love to get Eric Spoelstra, but he ain't leave Miami. He's retiring. He just like Spoelstra. He's not going nowhere. I mean, he's just like Popovich. I'm sorry. He's just like Popovich. He's not going anywhere. All right, let's move on from that. So, as we know, it's the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference Final. It starts on Tuesday. We got the West starts on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN, and on Wednesday it's the Eastern Conference, which starts at 8:30 on TNT, which is my favorite crew. The TNT crew is my favorite crew. Love them more than anything. I wish they could host all NBA games and they could pull it away from ESPN because the ESPN crew sucks ass, completely sucks ass. I'm keeping it 100, sucks ass. And I like Stephen A, but they still suck ass. Because Jalen Rose, I don't know why he even have a gig on there. I just don't understand his philosophy, his knowledge, the things he says. It just he shouldn't be. He should probably should be in the back doing writing or something, or put him courtside. Let him talk to people. He shouldn't be sitting there. But we ain't gonna jump into that. And JJ Redick, another one. Don't. Let's not get into JJ. I can have a whole show about JJ Redick. I just don't like him. He's a complete asshole. Completely asshole. I'm keeping it 100. Yeah, this is DT Unfiltered Uncensored. So you hear this. He's an asshole. I don't like him. Don't like him. I would love to talk to him one-on-one. He's a complete asshole. Okay, so right now we have the Boston Celtics, who yesterday defeated the Philadelphia 76ers in 7th game, which I don't know why I went to 7 games. Boston, why y'all go to 7 games against Philly? I did not think Philly was on y'all level. I told everybody from Jump Street they wasn't going to be y'all. I thought you all was going to win in 5, possibly 6. But I thought 5, they're going to get 1 win. I didn't think they was going to take it to 7 games, but y'all let them take it there. Jason Taylor, you got to step it up. And they're going up against the Miami Heat, the team that eliminated my Bucks, 8th seed. They're not a legit 8 seed. They're better than an 8 seed team, but still, they lost their second best player, Tyler Hero, to injury in the first round, and they still beat the Bucks. That tells you Coach Bud is a horrible coach. And then they came into the second round. I actually thought the New York Knicks was going to take this. I really did. I didn't think they had, because I thought New York Knicks had more on their team to defeat the Miami Heat. But unfortunately, they didn't. Miami came out. Jimmy Butler came out strong. Boom. They won that game, so they advanced to the Eastern Conference Final. Of course, we know Boston went beat the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. I think they went to 6 games, if I'm not mistaken. Was it? Yeah, it went to 6 games. Was it 6 games? Or was it 7? No, it had to be 6 because they came back to yeah, okay, would have came. So it was 6, they beat them in 6 game, and they just finished out Philly in 7 game series. So in the Western Conference, we have the Lakers, who was the 7th seed, knock off Memphis, which everybody. I mean, I kind of thought Memphis was going to take that. I think that was my prediction. I thought Memphis was going to get that, but unfortunately, you got Dylan Brooks on the team. You got John Morant acting a fool out here right now, and they couldn't get past him. Then they just battled against who did they just go to Golden State, which I actually had Golden State winning this because I was like, okay, the defending champion coming out here, they go shoot the ball like crazy. But then, of course, Lakers defense, as who's the coach, Durham Ham, is killing it. Their defense was on point. It was shutting them down. Steph Curry couldn't really get out to the groove he wanted to all series. He had some good games, but it wasn't like the Steph Curry we know. They shut down Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson did not have a good series at all. Draymond had 2 good games, if I'm not mistaken. Andrew Wiggins, his mind just wasn't there. He dealing with rib soreness. They just didn't have enough. And they had Jordan Poole, which oh my god, why is Jordan Poole? Why is Jordan Poole on this team? That's my thing. This is why I feel like Jordan Poole.
Miss me with that bullshit.
That dude takes. I watched the game. He takes so many bad shots. So many bad shots. It didn't make no sense. And it's like, why is he still on the floor? He was shooting like he think he's Steph Curry. He's not Steph. He's not. He was shooting like he's Klay Thompson. He's not. It just to me, he got to go to something. I'm sorry, y'all have to trade him. Even though I hate what happened between him and Draymond. I think I despise Draymond for how he treated him, what he did to him in practice, doing training camp. But I'm keeping Draymond over Jordan Poole all day long. I'm not a Draymond fan. Everybody who knows me, I don't like Draymond. I think he's just good because he would Golden State. If he go to any other team, he won't be good. He won't be successful. He'll be just average player. I really do. That's why he don't want to leave, and he's not going to leave. Because they know Draymond know if he go anywhere else, he's not. He gonna be nobody. He gonna be an afterthought unless he goes somewhere where he played with LeBron or somewhere like that. But for the most part, he's gonna be an afterthought. So he wants to stay with the Golden State. But I would keep Draymond over Jordan Poole all day long because Jordan Poole. But anyway, so then we had the Denver Nuggets who defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves. Everybody knew it was going to happen. That was even. I mean, I don't know who had Minnesota winning. If you did, you don't watch basketball. Then we had Denver versus the Phoenix Suns. I expected this to be a better series than it turned out to be. It didn't. Chris Paul, of course, got injured. If I'm not mistaken, the game was it game 2. He got injured in game 2. He didn't play no more the rest of the series. Either game 1 or game 2, he got injured. I'm not sure exactly when. Jokic, they couldn't stop him. Man was a beast. I mean, they couldn't do nothing to stop that man. That man killed it. That man was destroying everybody on the court. Kevin Durant really didn't like his normal self throughout the series. Devin Booker had some great Devin Booker had some great moments. He showed up, but the last 2 games of the series, I don't know what happened to Devin Booker. I'm gonna be honest. Originally, I was saying Devin Booker should be on an All NBA team, but then after watching him and how he handled himself, I don't feel like he deserved to be on All NBA team. He didn't show the leadership, and afterward, he decided not to speak to the press, the media after that, and which was as you being the leader of the team and you probably the number 1 option, you should go out there and speak. Because Kevin Durant went and spoke to the media, and Kevin Durant didn't have to. That's the thing about Kevin Durant. It's not his team. Even though we know Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time, is not his team. He shouldn't go out there and have to be. I mean, he spoke, but he shouldn't be the number 1 person. It should have been Devin Booker. So it was really disappointing to see that because I was very high on Devin Booker as a player. I thought he's a tremendous player. I thought he could be one of the top Phoenix Sun players of all time. But I mean, he hasn't did nothing yet. He hasn't. I mean, he don't drop the ball. And Chris Paul, I think it's time for them to trade Chris Paul. I like Chris Paul, but I just don't think he's a great fit. I think he needs, unless Unless they go, I don't know. I don't know what they could do, but no, it's time for them to go. So they defeated them in 6 games, and of course, Jokic had a great series. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna start off with the preview to the Eastern Conference Finals first. We have the number 2 Boston Celtics, who record was 57-25, versus the number 8 Miami Heat, who record was 44-38. So this past season, they went 2-2 against each other. The Celtics won the very first 2 games of the season. They played on October the 21st and November the 30th. Everybody played in the first game. Last 3 games, Butler didn't play at all. In the very last game, Butler and Brown didn't play. They went 2-2. So even up this series. Sometimes when we look at the past of the regular season, we kind of look at how this go play out in the playoffs, but all the games happen before the All-Star break. And I think they are 2 different teams after the All-Star break, totally different teams. So looking at what happened during the regular season, I don't think they'll come into play when they're looking at the playoffs, because it's a whole different ballpark, especially with the rotation of the bench. And the Celtics have really cut that rotation down to the minimum. So don't see that coming in effect. Then we got what we're gonna look at, we're gonna break down. I'm gonna break down how I feel about the who the keys to the series, who win the series. Then I'm gonna give you my predictions. So what it's gonna come down to is Tatum versus Butler. That's who it is, because the number 1 guy on each team. And some people might put Brown as number 1 guy, but I think Brown is the 1B. He's not 1A, because Brown has his good moments, but I still think right now Tatum has a step above him. Last 5 games of the series, Jason Tatum, he, like yesterday, he had an amazing performance. He dropped 51 points against the closeout game against the Philadelphia 76ers. He had a 33 plus on plus minus. He was a plus on the floor, 33. Great. He averaged 31.4 points per game in the last 5 games. Jimmy Butler, he had a way better series against the Bucks. He had a decent series again. It was like back to the average, back to the normal Jimmy Butler. Because the last 5 games with the New York Knicks, he averaged 24.6 points a game, which is a little drop from what he had against the Bucks. He was mostly he averaged right around a plus 5 with that series. So that way, it'll come down to who has a better game in a way. That's how I look at it. So real quick, I'm gonna talk to you about the keys to we're gonna talk about the Heat keys to winning the series. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you who I think will win it. And my first one is for the Heat is cause disruption with the Celtics offense. And when I say that is, I mean the Miami Heat got to come out with some great defense. They've been playing great defense both series against the Bucks, against the New York Knicks. They had great the series. I mean, like the defense been on point. It was shutting down the offense, going on a run, building the momentum, especially at home, because it was like crazy at home for the Miami Heat. So they're gonna need to cause disruption. They can't let Boston get out to a fast start and knock down shots left and right. Because if they let Boston get in they groove and get going and start scoring, it's gonna be a long night for the Miami Heat. So with Eric Spoelstra, who is one of the greatest coach, one of the best coaches in the NBA right now, and he's definitely a better coach than, and don't forget the name of the coach at the Boston Celtics coach, but he definitely a better coach than him. I mean, far. It's not even, it's a big gap between the two. So that way go come out of coaching. So they gotta cause a disruption with the Celtic offense. They cannot let them get into a groove. They cannot let them get on a scoring run, or it will be a wrap. If they defense collapse and they're not shutting down, it is a wrap. The number 2 reason is make Tatum job difficult, force him to take bad shots. And that comes with the disruption in the defense. They got to play him tight. They got to put somebody on him that's going to be physical with him, that don't mind getting getting 1 or 2 or 3 fouls playing against him. You just want to make it difficult, and you want to be aggressive with him, not to the point when it's go hurt him, but you want to be aggressive when he's jacking up bad shots. That's what you got to do with Tatum. You get Tatum space and you leg off him, he's going to pull. He go knock down a shot. He go score, and once he get hit like 2 or 3 in a row, he's going to get. He go boom, boom, boom. He go get hot, and he ain't gonna be missing no shot. So you gotta be physical with him and just not let him take open shots. And my third key to winning this series is get Robin Williams and Marcus Smart in foul trouble. That's what you got to do. You got to get them in foul trouble because that's their defensive presence. Those are the guys that anchor to their defense that's going to shut down the paint, shut down the perimeter, because you got Marcus Smart go shut down the perimeter, get on your guy on the perimeter, not like take those 3-pointers, and then Robert Williams go be on Bam and trying to be aggressive with him. So you got to get them in foul trouble. You get them in foul trouble, you cause disruption to the offense, Celtics offense, and you make Tatum job difficult. The Miami Heat could possibly have a chance to win this series, but they gotta be like this in every game. So the keys for the Celtics to win the series, and the first one is slow down Butler, slow down Jimmy Butler. Don't let Jimmy Butler go off. I would say you most likely let Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart take turns guarding him. Trap him. He get the ball in the corner and trap him. Cut off any. Don't let him get no outlook pass. Force him to pass the ball. Force him to make bad passes. That's what I mean to say. Force him to make bad passes. Do not let him get to his spot. That mid range, he love it. He pulled out the mid range. You can't keep on that. You got to force him out there. Force him off the mid range. Make it difficult for him. The same thing you do with Tatum. They doing with Tatum. You got to do it with Jimmy Butler. Don't let him get to his spot. Don't let him get him going. Make it difficult for him. Number 2, contain the 3-point line and Bam at the free throw line. And when I say this, because Miami has been doing pretty good at 3-pointer. They was at the bottom of the NBA during regular season, like I think like 27, 28 in 3-point shooting. And now in the playoffs, they at the top of 3-point shooting. So you got to contain the 3. You can't let them get hot from the 3-point line. And you got to that. See, this is what Milwaukee messed up. That drop coverage at the free throw line, and Bam pulled that mid range. Bam was knocking them down. He did it in the New York series. He did it in the Milwaukee series. So you got to contain that free throw line because Bam loves to shoot from the free throw. He loves to pull that mid range. You got to stop. You can't let him get hot from there, and you can't let him get hot from 3-point line. And the last one is slow down the tempo because we know Miami loves to push the ball. They love to get down the court and try to score. You got to slow down the tempo. You got to make them play at your pace. So the Celtics cannot let them play at their pace. Cannot. You got to slow down that tempo, not let them play at their pace. So the 3 keys for the Celtics to win the series is to slow down Jimmy Butler, contain the 3-point line, and Bam at the free throw line. Don't let him get those shots, and slow down the tempo. Those are the keys for the Celtics to win the series. And the 3 keys I said for the Heat to win the series is cause disruption with the Celtics offense, make Tatum job difficult, force him to take bad shots, and get Robin Williams, Marcus Smart in foul trouble. So those are definitely the keys to winning that for both teams to win the series. So real quick, before I jump into my predictions, I'm gonna go a little bit over this. So we look at this. Like I said, Jason Tatum averaged 31.4 points per game. Jaylen Brown averaged 22.4 points per game. Jimmy Butler was 24.6 per game for these last 5 games. And Bam Adebayo is 19.2 points per game. Looking at the role players, the players that part of the team, when you look at the Boston Celtics, they got Robin Williams, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White, and Malcolm Brogdon. And then you look at Heat, They got Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Kevin Love, and Duncan Robinson. I'm gonna be honest with you. Love the Boston core way better. I mean, I'm just looking at what they got to offer, who could step up if Jason having a bad game and Jalen having a bad game. You got Al to step up. You got Malcolm could step up. Derek White got to definitely show something this year because he hasn't shown nothing this past series against 76. He showed a lot in the first series, but you're playing against Atlanta Hawks. But now you're playing against the Miami Heat. So he got to step up. With the Heat, they have some. They got Caleb Martin, great. He hit from outside shot. Gabe Vincent did a great job. Kyle Lowry actually stepping up this postseason. The Kyle Lowry we have seen in the past, he's stepping up to the play. Duncan Robinson knocking that shot, and Kevin Love causing an impact. But I just feel like if Jimmy or Bam not on point, I just don't feel like these other guys really have it. They had to, I think, because they had it against the Knicks because the Knicks really don't have that. They don't have, to me, I feel they don't have the experience, the playoff experience to get it. They didn't have the hunger for it. I think Boston has it. I really do. Like I said, this is going to be a fun series to watch. I'm being honest, I'm underestimated the Miami Heat. I really did. So I'm gonna give you my predictions. So it'll be a great battle. It'll be very intense. It'll be a battle of a great coach versus an inexperienced coach, but also a great team versus a team with Jimmy Butler and other players. I'm just saying that. And so here's my predictions. I predict the Celtics win in 6, possibly 5. Depends on how it starts to see on series out. The first game of the series is going to tell a lot. It really is. It's going to tell a lot. The first game of the series. So it gonna set the tone. If Boston comes out with the energy and the motivation to make it to the NBA Finals, and they're gonna push and be aggressive, and the Tatum we seen yesterday shows up in the first 2 games, is going to 5 games. But if they come out relaxed, feel like they already got this, too cocky, too arrogant, it could go to 6 games. I don't see Miami even beat them at all. Don't see it. If it goes to 7 games, I will be shocked. But I don't think it's gonna go to 7 games. I think Boston should get the first 2 at home, and I think Miami gonna get 1 on the road. And I think Boston gonna get 1 in Miami, and they gonna come back to Boston 3-1. I really do. That's how I look at it. I think the first 2, the third game, Miami gonna get game 4. Boston gonna get. They're gonna walk back into Boston 3-1. So, like I said, I feel like it possibly 6, possibly 5. It'll go 6, possibly 5. Don't see a game 7. It go game 7. I'm gonna be very disappointed with the Boston Celtics. All right. So my preview for the Western Conference Final, we got the number 1 Denver Nuggets, 53-29, the best record in the West, versus number 7 Los Angeles Lakers, who's 43-39. Even though they're number 7, even though they look at the record almost 500, they still have one of the greatest players of all time, LeBron James, in a roster, in a uniform. So of course they're going to compete. And the way LeBron been playing, I understand why. Not a LeBron fan, most people know that. Think he's one of the greatest of all time, but I'm not a big fan. I think I would respect his game, but just not a fan. But when you got him on your team, I mean, it destined to make it this far, or even possibly make it to the NBA Finals and win in the ring. Which the last time they won was in the bubble with an extra mark on that. So yeah, it was in a bubble. No fans, nothing, no crowds, nothing. Okay, so this past season when they played, they actually went 2-2 with Denver as well. Denver and the Lakers, just like Boston and Heat. The first game, Denver won 110-99. Everyone played. Then the next 2 games, everyone played, and the Lakers won both of those games. The first one, 121-118, then 126-108. And then the last game, AD, nor did LeBron James play, and Denver won 122-109. So, as I said with the Boston versus Heat game, all the games were played prior to the All-Star break. So both teams look different. Not much. The Lakers look totally different. Denver looked somewhat there. They had a few trades here and there, but for the most part, they got rid of my boy Bones Highland, which I was very disappointed. They got rid of my man because I think I love him. I love his energy. I love listening to him talk. But he's with the LA Clippers. Hopefully, they have a great season next year and bounce back. So let's talk about this one right here. Davis versus Jokic. I know everybody say Davis is one of the best power forward in the league, but he has nothing on Jokic. I'm just looking at. So over the last 5 games, Jokic averaged 36.6 points per game, and Davis averaged 19.8 points per game. Last 5 games, Jokic had 32, 29, 53, 30, 39. AD had 17, 23, 23, 25, and 11. For the most part, Jokic was like a plus. Like he was a plus 12 with the team. AD was a -5 over the last 5 games. So that's what we're going to come down to them two, how they show up to the game. And the way Jokic has been playing the first 2 series, I don't see him stopping at this moment. I see him still doing the same thing he's doing now. I don't see nothing changing. I don't see too many people on the Lakers roster. I don't know. I know I'm going to say that. I don't see nobody on the Lakers roster who's going to stop this man. I really don't. He can't be contained. He's proving it right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really high on the Denver Nuggets, especially when the defense was lagging throughout the season. They was ranked number 17 in the league, which we only had. They said over the last 30 years, we only had one team that was out of the top 10 in defense that won the NBA championship, and that was the Golden State Warriors. It was number 11. So number 17, I wasn't high on them winning, but the way they've been playing the first 2 series, they beat the Phoenix Suns, which I actually had the Phoenix Suns going to the NBA Finals. I really did. I had them going because I thought with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, I say that's a nice core. If they work together, if all of them on the court, you're not going to be able to stop KD and stop Devin Booker. So I just felt like that was a good core, but the Denver Nuggets proved me wrong. They stepped up to the plate, showed up, showed out, and look, now they're in the Western Conference Finals. So let's jump down to my keys to winning this series. So we're going to start with the Lakers' keys to winning this series. Number 1, be aggressive. Don't settle for jump shot. They got to get to the basket because the Lakers are not a good 3-point shooting team. So if they get forced to settle for threes, they ain't gonna be it's gonna be a long night because they got to realize they're not playing against a small team like they did against the Golden State Warriors. It's a whole different team. Because Golden State, Kevon Looney was they big. Then they had Draymond playing big. Then they had sometimes Andrew Wiggins playing guarding AD. So yeah, it was hard. It was a hard task for them. But now they're going against another team that's big that they can actually throw DeAndre Jordan out on the floor. Even though he don't play, he's a big. So they got enough bigs to get out there and play. So they can't settle for jump shots. That's what they get. They cannot settle for jump shots. They got to be aggressive and get to the basket and try to get the Denver Nuggets in foul trouble, which we know that the Lakers are, if I'm not mistaken, they're top 3 in the league in free throws right now, getting to the basket. So that's number 1. Number 2, you can't stop Jokic, so make everybody else job difficult. Let Jokic do what he do. I'm saying let him get the ball, but watch the outlook passes, watch the wing, because you know he could feed it. He's one of the best passing bigs ever in the league for a center. So you got to watch what he do. You can't let him get the passes off. So I would say guard the wings. You got to do what you got to do. Just be careful because the man going to get his points. He's going to drop 40, 50. If you let Jokic drop 50 points, that's not bad. That's not good, but it's not bad as well. So as long as you contain everybody else, let Jokic do what he got to do. Just don't let Jamal Murray, don't let Bruce Brown, don't let Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, don't let them get off. Make them, contain them, shut them down, hold them to under 15 points a game. Let Jokic do what he want to do. Then you could have, they got the series. That's what they got to do. And the third key is get Jokic in foul trouble early on. You make him do crazy stuff. You got to get him in foul trouble. You got to get him in foul trouble. Attack him at the basket. LeBron is good at doing that. Attack him at the basket. AD, attack him at the basket. You attack him at the basket, get him in foul trouble. He sits. That opens up the floor. If you don't get Jokic in foul trouble, Jokic does not get in foul trouble throughout this series or throughout the games, it's gonna be issues. It's gonna be problems for the Lakers. So you got to get him in foul trouble. So the three keys for the Lakers to win the series is: one, be aggressive, do not settle for jump shots. Number two, you can't stop Jokic, so make everyone else's job difficult. And number three, get Jokic in foul trouble early on. Those three keys, if the Lakers could follow those and do what they got to do, they could walk on, they could be in the NBA Finals, and Darren Hall could be on the way to winning his first ring as a head coach on the league, and LeBron James could get his fourth ring. Still won't make him the greatest of all time. Sorry. Let y'all know that, because that means he's been to the NBA title. He's been to the NBA championship 11 times, on won 4, if I'm not mistaken. So, or what is, I mean, five. I'm sorry. I think, yeah, it'd be fifth ring. Yeah, so it'd be his fifth ring. Still won't make it. That means he won 5 out of 11. No. Okay. So the Milwaukee, not the Milwaukee Bucks, sorry. I wish it was the Milwaukee Bucks. The Denver Nuggets keys to winning the series. Number one, keep AD out the paint. You got to force AD to take these shots. I know AD get hot from shooting sometimes, but I'd rather live with AD taking jump shot, mid-range, three-pointers than get into the paint. But when he in the paint, it's hard. It's difficult. You're not going to stop him. You try to guard him, especially Jokic. You're going to get in foul trouble. So keep him out the paint. Don't let him post up, force him out. Be tough with him, be aggressive. Just don't let him get to that paint, because he's going to score. If you keep him out, force him to take threes, he's going to shoot them. He'll shoot on mid-range. Boom, he gonna make some, but he ain't gonna make them out. But you let him get in that paint, he's going to dominate. So definitely keep him out the paint. Number two, make LeBron work extra hard to get his points. And when I say make him work extra hard, be aggressive with him, double team him, trap him in the corner. I know it's LeBron James, but you got to force him, be aggressive with him, tough with him. Because if you be physical with LeBron, then he's 38 years old. He ain't LeBron, who was 28 now. LeBron 28, different story. He's 38 now, so he get tired. I watched games this past season against I watched games against him against Golden State, and he was very tired a lot. He was extremely tired. You could tell from the look on his face, he was breathing hard. So if you be aggressive when you make his job difficult to get his points, make it hard on him, he's going to get out he's going to lose energy. I'm letting you know. I know y'all LeBron fans are like, oh, you just hate. No, LeBron is 38 years old. Just keeping it 100. If you make it difficult for him, he's going to be out of energy. I mean, look at his games. I mean, he had some good games, but he averaging 25 points in this series, last series. So just be difficult with him. Make his job hard to get his points. Be physical with him. Get someone who don't mind taking getting fouls on him. Have them guarding him. Have them be physical with him. Make his job hard. And number three is turn the Lakers into a jump shooter team and limit fast breaks. And that's what you got to do. Clog that paint. Don't let them get to that paint. The same thing about say make AD take jump shot. Don't let him get in that paint. Don't let LeBron get in that paint. Force them to take shot. They're going to get hot. Yep, they're going to knock down threes. Boom. They're going to have overrated reads, taking shot. Boom. I mean, it's not everything's not gonna go in. They're not like the Warriors. They're not gonna knock down 15 or 23. So force them to take that shot. Keep that paint clogged. Force them to take shots. Boom. I'm telling you. That's the keys. You definitely, if you force them to take shots, and then limit the fast break. Do not let them get fast break and LeBron go down, because they'll fast break LeBron on fast break. Boom. You don't want those. So you got, as soon as you miss a shot, everybody got to get back and stop them, whoever going for fast breaks. So the three keys for the Nuggets to win is: one, keep AD out the paint; two, make LeBron work extra hard to get his point; and three, turn the Lakers into a jump shooting team and limit those fast breaks. If the Denver Nuggets can do this and Jokic could go off, the Denver Nuggets will be in the NBA Finals, hopefully winning their first ring. So before I jump into my prediction, want to do the same thing. Talk a little bit about the roster of these teams. So we're looking at Jokic. I say he averaged 36.6 points per game. Him and Jamal Murray are gonna be very important. Jamal Murray step up. He actually averaged 23 points per game this last 5 games. LeBron averaged 25.2. Anthony Davis averaged 19.8. Both Jokic and Murray had a good plus minuses. And well, neither one of them had a negative, a minus in the last 5 games. They all had pluses. LeBron had 3 minuses. He minus 16, minus 8, minus 27 in the last 5 games. And Anthony Davis had a minus 22 and another minus 22 in the last 5 games. So they had some pretty bad games last few games. I mean, they won a series, but they weren't factor on the court when you have a minus than a plus. Looking at the roster, when you look at Denver Nuggets, they got Anthony Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Bruce Brown, Keontae Davis, Caldwell Pope, Jeff Green. Love the supporting cast. Then you look at the Lakers supporting cast. You got Dennis Schroeder, D'Angelo Russell, Aruche. I don't know how to. I forgot the dude's name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The dude came from Washington. I feel bad. I hear his name. I hear it, but I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it out. They got Austin Reeves, aka Overrated Reeves. Y'all love Austin Reeves. I think he's overhyped. Ever since y'all was trying to say he was a white Kobe Bryant, that when y'all did that, that made me just lose all respect for that man because I don't know. You cannot talk about Austin Reeves and Kobe Bryant in the same team. He's nowhere near Kobe right now. So when they started saying that, I just lost all respect. That's why I say he's overrated because Kobe would never have the games he have at all. And he looked like crap in the Golden State series. I don't care. He hit a buzzer beater at the halftime. He like crap. He couldn't do nothing. And then you had Lonnie Walker. I like the Denver Nuggets supporting cast better than I like the Lakers supporting cast. I mean, you got Dennis Schroeder. I always been a fan of Dennis. I don't think he's really been shining as much. He had some good games. I can't get the dude's name. He come off the bench. Y'all know who I'm talking about. RUI, whatever his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He great come off the bench. He has some great games throughout the series against the Golden State Warriors. Lonnie Walker had a game when he destroyed the Golden State in the 4th quarter and won the game for them. So pretty good. I mean, they got a decent supporting cast, not better than Anthony Aaron Gordon. I'm sorry, not Anthony. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Bruce Brown, Caldwell Pope, Jeff Green. No, I love that supporting cast. Jokic he has a great group. So if they do what they're supposed to do, this is my prediction. I got the Denver Nuggets winning the series in 7. I would have said 6, but I think it's going to be a battle. And I can see them actually winning at home game 7. That's just my take on it. Like I said, it could possibly be 6, but I'm going to say 7-game series and get prepared. I have Nuggets versus the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals this year. So that's my predictions on these games. It's going to be a great series. Both series are going to be interesting watching these. I feel like the Celtics have an easier path because I feel like both the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets are better than the Heat. So if the Heat does win, I feel like whoever come out the West will win the NBA Finals. I don't think the Heat. If the Heat get past the Boston Celtics, I'll be bamboozled. I'll be surprised. But I don't see them beat. You're not going to beat the Lakers or the Denver Nuggets. They won't beat neither one team. Depends. But one thing I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be an injury in one of these series. I don't know which one. I just feel it coming. It always happens. And that could determine a lot. That could change the dynamic. That could change who wins. So I see a major injury coming from a key player. And I'm just hoping it's not the Denver Nuggets because they had too many major injuries over the last few years. And I think it's their time. And I think it's Jokic's time to actually win a ring. Let's hope so. We shall see. But this your boy DT. And you just watched my previews and predictions for the conference finals from the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. It's been a great playoff so far. It's been some exciting games. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with these both of these games. Like I said, you have my prediction on who I think going to win both series. I think the Boston go come out their series in 6 games, possibly 5. I think the Denver Nuggets go come out their series in 7 games. I think I'm not gonna get my predictions on the NBA Finals because I want to actually watch both teams play, watch all the teams play, and see how they perform. So this is your boy DT. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. That's all my social media. Follow me on Twitch. That's DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Follow me on Instagram. That's DT_Unfiltered Uncensored. Follow me on Facebook. That's DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Follow me on Twitter. That's DTUNFILUNCEN247. And I mean, just support me and then subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's DT Unfiltered Uncensored. And like I said, definitely go follow my homegirl Brandy, who has the buzzer beater tournament circuit. Is buzzer BUZZER beater BEATERS basketball. And then you can also follow her other Instagram page is basketball medicine like medicine you take, the basketball medicine. Follow both of them. Great platform, great circuit for young athletes to get them play basketball, win your ring, win your pair of shoes. You definitely got to sign your team up for one of them tournaments. But yeah, this your boy DT. I'm glad you was able to join me and listen to my points. If you, I would like to know what you think. Leave your comments. Tell me who you think is going to win each series. Tell me how many games. Tell me your keys. I would like to know your keys to who the either the Celtics win, your keys to the Heat winning, the keys to the Lakers winning, the keys to the Nuggets winning. And if you feel like I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why you think my keys are incorrect. But yeah, definitely appreciate y'all being on my show today. It's your boy. I'm DT. I'm always gonna be here. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's why I call DT Unfiltered Uncensored. I'll see you next time. Peace.
It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time. Damn. DT.